Chapter 3. Earl moved the floor buffer to the side to let Allie through the lobby at the station. He lifted his hand to say hello, but didn't remove his earmuffs. He wasn't his usual boisterous self. Her producer, Gary, paced back and forth with the phone in one hand. He shook his head and listened intently. The fax machine in the corner of the room hummed, and he spun around to view the document as it came rolling out. "It's coming through," he said to the person on the other end of the line. He ripped the first page from the roll and stared at a grainy photo. "Too bad we can't send pictures over a mic. Guess we'll have to come up with 1,000 words to make up for it." He chuckled at his own tired joke. "Thanks for the fax, Jim. We'll get to work on the broadcast." He hung up the phone and went over to get the rest of the fax, nearly colliding with Allie on the way. "Oh, hey! Your first hot story, Allie, just came through. Too late for the evening news, but just in time for us. A tragedy. This is so big." He was giddy. "What tragedy? Who smiles at a tragedy?" "I am talking about the murder of Jessica Jackson. I was just informed that she was found dead in her apartment only an hour ago, strangled. Still had the scarf around her neck." "Jessica Jackson?" Allie asked. "Where have you been? She's been on the cover of every fashion magazine in the country the past few months. You know, she goes by JJ. He prodded. "Oh, tall and gorgeous? That JJ? Allie asked. "Did you also know she was pretty serious with Senator Maxwell? Apparently, he proposed to her last week and was waiting for a reply." "Senator Maxwell?" A fog filled Allie's head. "I was just talking with someone who works in his office today. She lives in my building." "Jessica Jackson?" "No, the woman who works in Maxwell's office." "Great! So you've got someone on the inside. Call her up and ask her what she knows about their relationship. Maybe it was getting rough and he took it out on her. Maybe one of his adversaries wanted to shake him up a little." He bounced on his toes like a boxer. How much coffee did he drink? "I don't actually know her. I can't just call her up and ask her to give me personal information about her boss. Besides, she works in his office, not his bedroom. Your police buddy could tell you more than she could anyway." "You'll never know what she knows unless you ask her." He jabbed in the air. "Did you get enough information to do the story tonight?" "Sure did. Couldn't hurt to have more, though." No wonder he's still on this shift after 12 years. Sometimes I feel like I'm the manager. "I'll ask some questions, but I'm not going to wake her up tonight. Let's just report what we have and leave the criminal investigation to the police." A breaking story at this hour. 26-year-old supermodel Jessica Jackson, also known as JJ, was found strangled to death in her Beacon Hill apartment earlier this evening. Miss Jackson was discovered at 10 o'clock tonight when longtime boyfriend Senator Morgan Maxwell arrived, as scheduled, at the woman's home. After receiving no answer at the door, Mr. Maxwell let himself in and found Miss Jackson lifeless on the floor. Police arrived on the scene shortly after 10:15, and reports say there was no sign of forced entry, and there are no suspects at this time. We will continue to keep you updated on the tragic death of Jessica Jackson. For the rest of the broadcast, Allie's mind wandered. How well did Lauren know her? And Morgan Maxwell? Was she around them enough to know about the relationship? Did she know if Morgan Maxwell was capable of murder? So many questions. How much did Lauren know? On the way up to her apartment after work, Allie glanced up at Lauren's darkened windows. Banging around again might get Lauren's attention. Although, now that they had exchanged pleasantries, she might be more forgiving. Just forget about all of it until morning. Allie crawled into a nightshirt, and between the cotton sheets of her fully assembled bed. So cozy, yet she lay awake in the silence, failing to fall asleep. After an hour of restlessness, she plodded into the living room and grabbed the portable alarm clock off the end table. She put it on her nightstand and dozed off to its steady tick, tick, tick. Allie hopped out of bed before the alarm went off the next morning. She wrangled on some workout clothes and sprinted for the door. Lauren left before 8 every morning, and Allie planned to bump into her on the way out. She cracked the door. Not a sound. Why am I doing this? I look ridiculous. I don't even run. Lauren's copy of The Globe lay untouched on the doormat. The front page read, "JJ dead at 26, and boasted a full-color photo. Allie hung around the hallway, pretending to stretch, bending to tie her shoe several times, walking down a few steps and back up. At 8:45, she relented and headed back in for breakfast, but left her door cracked so she could hear Lauren if she left.